experience there, as you saw from that attempt to take the corner from too close to the corner flag. And Union Hall, well, they are full of goals. Their outstanding striker himself actually got 4 goals in the last game, and he is certainly one to look out for. Samuel Balfour, correction, and he is out there for his team. And the number 99, so he will certainly be one to really look forward for. Samuel Balfour, number 99. Free kick for the Union Hall team. And there is referee Adrian Coilas here today for this match. A lot of games referee Coilas today. Maruga versus Samba Boys at Grand Shema. As you can see, very heavy conditions here, and certainly really testing the mettle here of these youngsters. Mtage, they're unable to get through that very heavy part of the field. There are some parts of the field where the ball is rolling quite well, as you can see here. But there are other parts where it's very difficult to get the ball. He's in charge of the St. Madeleine Strikers. One of his, he is as an athlete. This one's played through on the left-hand side. And there's some pulling, there's some tugging, and there will be a corner. And there will be a corner. Union Hall certainly in a lot of problems already. And it looks like this will easily be, well, it could be Union Hall putting some huge pressure on the St. Madeleine Strikers. They could find themselves camped out in their half for long periods there. Omari Paris back in defense here as that one's headed away. Shortest man of the field getting the header in. Union Hall will maintain possession here. Getting inside. This is Mtage once again in the most difficult part of the field. Gets the cross in. Cleared, but not very far. Manages to stay with us. Here's Cyrus. What can they do from the Union Hall team? Mtage caught in an offside. We're here at the Manny Ramjohn training field. This is in Marabella in Trinidad, South Trinidad. If you're championships, I'm sure would be encouraged by that. Right now, there's a breakaway by Mitchell. Ounde Paris, his brother, is the number 10. 2 sets of brothers on the St. Madeleine Strikers team. Nicholas trying to get with the ball. Hasn't had much of a touch so far, the tall midfielder for the Union Hall team. Now he's heading up to assist. In the striking department, Nicholas has the opportunity here. Can he get the cross in? He does. Oh, Cyrus was just caught flat-footed there and knocked away from him. Son of the coach, in case you're wondering. And actually, I saw he is very good from free kick situations. There was a free kick I saw that on Facebook he would have scored from some distance a couple of years back. I believe it was at Skinner Park, so he will be relishing the opportunity to do the same. A chip off the old block, some described it on Facebook. 8th minute of the game, Union Hall already ahead 1-0. Free kick for St. Madeleine Strikers. That's put in. Well, just a bit too much on that, and easy for Smith, who will just trot back to collect. That's Joshua Smith, the 15-year-old. Boy, he could really be something in the future. Already 6'2". I'm sure the teams will be lining up to have him on their secondary school teams. He's also a fine athlete, very good with a vertical leap. Give it away here. Here's Paris. Just getting inside. There could be a chance here. And that's well saved by Smith. Danger not clear just yet. And Union Hall finally get it clear. Mtage has to get this one downfield. And does. Here's Balfour. Getting past one. Confronted by the second defender. Just showed too much of it to the defender, and that's gone. Touches of brilliance here from the St. Madeleine Strikers. They're offside. Young Charles there caught in an offside position. In fact, the two players caught in offside positions, and that back line well marshaled there by Edwards and company. Playing very, very high up here. Union Hall from Marabella and San Fernando. Marabella and San Fernando. So these young men making the short trip across in their orange and blue outfits, St Madeleine Strikers. It's about 15 minutes away from here. Majority of the St Madeleine team from St Madeleine. Also players from Taradale, Santa Flora, and a couple from St Mary's in Moruga, and also from Broadway. Played through the middle. Smith has not come for it. Oh, this could fall kindly here for St Madeleine Strikers! Just wide. As he picked up a little injury here, the youngster, well, he's a feisty character. Talked to him before the game. He will never give up. So, might be a bit one-sided at the start here, but St Madeleine Strikers finding some room, and I'm sure that Dexter Cyrus and Christopher Nichols, assistant coach here, would not be entirely happy with what they're seeing so far. Deep, puts that one, but Union Hall get the cross in, and the keeper doesn't handle well cleanly, but does the second time round and gets it clear for St Madeleine Strikers. So St Madeleine come a-calling again. They haven't found much joy down the middle. That time Charles being robbed of it. Very heavy conditions, and players will certainly have to pace themselves. Yes, they are. And Union Hall still have it here. I'll try to do something cute and really should have just looked for the square pass. That one stays in. Not for long, though. Cleared by Barrow. Edwards, and finds his opposite number, Charles. The two little number 8s clashing there. Here's Charles. Two feisty competitors in the middle field. They're the smallest of the men on the pitch, but they ran on the pitch, but they really are. There's a lot of talking in them. I heard them before the game. Really enjoying this opportunity to play in this South Zone final. Mtej will learn very quickly. He has to go on the outside. He might run himself into the ground in these very heavy conditions here at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium training field. Mtej again, coming a bit deep. Well, just trying to do a bit too much there. He did have some support behind him. I really should have. Edwards, who was looking for the ball. Yeah, just trying to do a bit too much here, and he has to pace himself. Still very early time in the first half. And even when the ball comes his way, he's just too tired to get onto it. All part of the learning curve for these young players. Conditions are heavy. Let the ball do the work, the coaches might be telling them. This one's played through here for Mitchell. But he is in an offside position. And already we're seeing some players looking very, very tired. Conditions are heavy. And this final being pushed out towards the drawn 2 so far. They're in first position in the table. As for St Madeleine Strikers, they've won 4 out of their 6 games. They've lost 1, I believe, and drawn 1, according to what I'm told. Referee Adrian Coilas, a former Club Sando player, has been very active. Mentioned he very well experienced referee Adrian Coilas from the central area. Did play some football here in San Fernando for the San Fernando. So playback in action here, and once again it's with the Union Hall team. Knocked downfield. So period of the game where St. Madeleine strikers have done well to at least get a foothold into this game. In 1976, Ricardo Foster. Joel, camera back. Keep on going. All right. So 2-0 ahead, Union Hall. St. Madeleine strikers had a bit of a foothold in the game, but were punished by a second goal. And you can see there are some tired legs already out there. These youngsters are expending a lot of energy. It's a full-sized field here at the Union Hall practice facilities. Knocked into the area again. And a desperate clearance stays with the Union Hall team. That free kick will come the way of the St. Madeleine strikers. Knocked down the line. Looking for Mitchell again. Mitchell started off on the left, has gone to the right now. I haven't seen anything. So back with the Union Hall team, and Ramsey, who we haven't called much of, he hasn't had too much to do on the left-hand side. He's been up against young Charles, and it's been a fairly easy passage of the game for him. St. Madeleine strikers down 2-0 to Union Hall as we are heading up towards the three-quarter point of the first half. Certainly this is a historic venue, not just for football, but for what was here before. Ted gets the benefit of, well, he gets the benefit of that ball being played. And there was a push in the back of the defender. That's what he's been called up for. So he seems to have recovered from that early bout of exhaustion as he Really has found it difficult down this side of the field. This is the heavier side of the field. Knocked out. Good tackle. Breaks free here for Union Hall. And here's what I mean about how heavy this side of the field is. Players on this side are expending a lot of energy trying to get the ball upfield. Emtage after this one again. Well, cleared briefly there by Paris. And they've now run it out of play. St. Madeleine do their training at the St. Madeleine Recreation Ground. Josiah Williams, their top scorer, 4 goals. Coco Boy, they call him, hasn't had much of a chance to score. There he is, trying to make his way down the left. Very much the beating heart of this team, Coco Boy. That's a very good interception. But a bit of scrappy play in the middle, and it comes back to the St. Madeleine Strikers team. Emtage looking for the early pass. That's good from him. And not too far forward. Or was he in an offside position? He might have been. Yeah, he was. Not for the first time in this first half. Caught offside. And what he hasn't been doing well enough is to get rid of the ball earlier. These heavy conditions, he's just trying to do a bit too much. And that's what's happening. That's why he's really is struggling physically out there at the moment. But finally, learning has come. And he's decided to get rid of it early. That's good from him. Show that he is thinking about the game. All about adapting to the conditions here at the very heavy Mani Ramjon Stadium training field. Well, there's going to be a short break here as the players head in, and they're going to be taking some water in. So the referee, Adrian Coilas, recognizing the very hot conditions here and the heavy conditions for the youngsters, giving them the opportunity to take a short break. So after 30 minutes, 2-0. Union Hall in front. Goal by Nicholas in the 22nd minute, and they also got a goal in the 4th minute of the game. That certainly would have eased them into the match. So players restarted now with the free kick for St. Madeleine Strikers. They booted down to the corner of the St. Madeleine, the corner of the Union Hall team. It's half, and now they get things restarted. That's a good early ball. Almost caught out the St. Madeleine Strikers defense. That's a good run. Can he get the cross in? Can he score? Seemed to hit the outside of the post. And the keeper actually got a hand to it. So that's going to be a corner for the Union Hall team. Looking for a third goal here. Corner for Union Hall. And straight to the St. Madeleine Strikers player. Team in blue haven't had a huge amount of opportunities, just a couple just after conceding. They weren't able to take those chances, and they have been punished with another goal. And as you feel, the more physically imposing of the two teams will blossom and prosper in the second half. Here comes St. Madeleine Strikers. The forward ball is easily cut out. Now Union Hall will travel up the left-hand side again. Here's Balfour. His team, just at the last moment, they're slamming the door on them. Union Hall still trying to find something here from the recycled, the second ball. Nice bit of play, but certainly couldn't find the true ball to match it. Remarkable stat coming out of that game. Messi's 44th trophy won as a club player. Well, in his career, correction. Club and international career. The most by any player in history. What a sensational goal it was. We might see another one here. Certainly the Union Hall players are hoping for one. Well, that did have a touch of the sensational about it. Hit from distance, but that's drifted wide of the goal at the last moment. Really has been tough here for the St. Madeleine Strikers defenders. Not just the conditions, but the quality of the opposition. They haven't found a way to deal with Nichols, who's just drifting in and out of positions. He and Cyrus have been good so far in this match. Just taking their time to get the ball going once again. Madeleine Strikers going low throughout the game. That one's given away. Skipper of the Union Hall team, and Nichols picking it up. He's on the right side now. And here's a chance, and that is put into the side netting. Wasn't into the back of the net. Well, the referee's whistle is gone. What's he called for here? Will be a goal kick. Looks like there will be a change at the earliest part of this game, and it looks like Edwards is going to come on here for the St. Madeleine Strikers. Ball will be for St. Madeleine Strikers. And just mentioned that their coach also involved with Samba Boys, Anthony Kwashi, led the St. Madeleine Secondary School to promotion to the Championship Division earlier this year. Last year, in fact, in secondary schools football. So congratulations. St. Madeleine will have the unenviable task of dealing with the championship players. That's the reward for hard work. More hard work. Since that early chance for St. Madeleine Strikers when they were down 1-0, they haven't found anything so far in this game to suggest that they will be getting on the score sheet. Just that one shot, which was saved by Smith. Easy save for the 6'2", 15-year-old goalkeeper. There's Williams, captain, to get things going again. Yeah, just tried to knock that over for the man coming on, Edwards. Just too far ahead of him. Edwards had given up the ghost a long time ago. Yeah, get some advice from his coach today. Anthony Kwashi in charge, Ricardo Waite, Ricky. There's also the couple of assistant coaches here with the team today, Travis Rojan and Kendall McDonald. They're also part and working with the team. Earlier today there was also Fidel Adonis with the St. Madeleine Strikers team. He was there just giving the team a motivational pep talk, and they certainly did need it going into this big final here in the South Zone. Getting very close here to the end of the first half, and there's A shot that's against the body of the St. Madeleine strikers defender. Now they come the other way. That's easily dealt with by the defense. And there's the whistle that ends off the first half. And at the end of the first half, it's one hand on the trophy so far for Union Hall as they go ahead 2-0 into the break. Nicholas getting the goal in the 22nd minute. There was another goal scored in the 4th minute of the match. So Union Hall 2-0 ahead at the half in the South Zone under 15 finals. The winner of this game will go on to play in the regional competition, and that will be so the officials, Adrian Coilas, Trevin Pascal, and Richard Tangley head off. We'll give you a couple minutes to catch your breath after that first half. Union Hall leading St. Madeleine Strikers by 2-0. Welcome back to action in the South Zone Under 15 finals. Tiger Sports TV. I'm Video Ramphal with the commentary. It's St Madeleine Strikers up against Union Hall. St Madeleine Strikers down 2-0 already. Goals in the first half by Cyrus in the 4th minute and in the 22nd minute by Nicholas. Two well converted goals, but Union Hall should have actually been ahead by more. St Madeleine Strikers actually had 2 chances to score in the first half. They missed one just after the first goal went in against them, and right after that they were punished with Nicholas just volleying home from the near post. So right now 2-0. Union Hall looking for a place in the next round, but they'll certainly try to make a difference here, and almost got a goal back there, the St Madeleine Strikers team, but hitting the side netting. They certainly are a plucky young team, the St Madeleine Strikers. A lot of young players, but certainly they are physically outmatched here by the Union Hall team. A lot of bigger, much stronger players, and here's one of them on it. That is Nicholas. Just couldn't get that ball beyond the last defender. And look at the way these defenders have approached the game. Ellis and Charles, after they were able to thwart that attempt, they just congratulated each other, and that's something you love to see among defenders, celebrating as if they've actually scored a goal when they were able to prevent one. And all defenders, I'm sure, out there nodding at the moment. They know the feeling when you make a great play and prevent a goal. Adrian Coilas, the referee today, along with Travis Pascal, the 20-year-old, and Richard Tangley from Central, doing this game here today. That's very good work there by Paris to get that one away, but doesn't get very far. It's now back with Cyrus. Cyrus trying to get this one with that left foot in. He has to go back. That is very good defensive work there by the Strikers to push him further away from goal. And now the Strikers themselves trying to mount an attack down the left-hand side. The ball to Edwards has headed out of play. Union Hall will concede the throw-in. Training field here at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium training field, one of 2 in the just off the main ground area. Certainly this facility was used at one time at Naparima College for their home matches. There was hope that Naparima College would return to Skinner Park to play their matches in the upcoming secondary school season, but however, a massive faux pas by the authorities that created the ground, making it much too small for competition of that magnitude. That's crossed in by Davis against the body of the defender. That's very coolly done. Love to see that from the youngsters. Brought it down, had the ball in front of him, and in absolute control of the situation before getting the pass forward. That's really good to see. Trying to turn with it here. Once again is Nicholas. Gets the shot in off the body of the defender, and that's out for a corner. Ellis just getting the foot in time to knock that one wide of the goal. Unfortunately for his keeper, was not able to get his hands to it. He was wrong-footed. He was going right. The ball suddenly deflecting left, and unfortunately it's gone out of play for a corner. So the St. Madeleine Strikers will face up to the corner kick. There's Richard Tangley, the AR2 on the far side of the field. Corner towards the near post. This could be trouble. Not far away. Not far away at all from the perfect angle here. Looking as though that one was heading into the net. And Balfour just missing out on what would have been his 5th goal in the last 2 games. He scored 4 in the last game, and as they would have knocked 7 goals past their opponents, South Stars, to get into this match, but nothing yet so far for Samuel Balfour. Early pressure here for the St. Madeleine Strikers. Despite the small size of these players, they've handled the ball fairly well. You can tell that there's a lot of individual skill in this team. Occasionally they do get the ball together like that, but the more physically imposing opponents have been able to run around them when they have possession. Like that. Oh, that's not far away again from the third goal. This third goal has just teased and taunted the Union Hall team. They haven't quite been able to get it so far. This entire area, when Union Park, the horse racing complex, was here, would have been part of where the horse farms would have been, and the horses would have been housed in the stables in this area. Grooms and everyone would have been in these areas. Now that's a shot on goal that the keeper gets behind, and only just almost squirmed away from him and into the back of the net. Made the stop though. Gets it downfield. Oh, that's a lovely play. Just tiptoeing past those two players in the midfield. Campbell now tries to get it towards Davis, and he has won another corner for his team. St. Madeleine strikers do have some good defenders in there. Alain has worked well along with Ellis, and also Charles has done some good work in there. Always difficult to take corners from this side of the field. It does slope away quite rapidly, as you can see there. You're almost running up the hill to hit the corner. That's why it goes so high. Still loose inside the area. A chance for the third goal. Union Hall still searching for it. That's off the head of the defender. Still not loose just yet. And finally the strikers get it clear. And they will try to run it clear with Edwards, who's now into enemy territory. Tries to get past one defender. He does. And the second. Can he take on the third here? Edwards still going. Good run by Edwards. Really gave some problems there to the Union Hall defense. But now they've left a couple of holes at the back possibly for Union Hall to exploit. But that will drift harm to run it out of play. Trinidad and Tobago's under 15s recently returning for from their trip to Santo Domingo. Losses in their first two games. They weren't outplayed, you have to say, by any team. They lost their first two games 2-1, and then went on to beat Costa Rica 2-0 in their final match before signing off with a very good 3-0 win over Qatar. Encouraging performance from Trinidad and Tobago's under 15 team under the work of Sean Cooper, Presentation College coach, one of the most successful coaches in the history of schools football. And Sean Cooper is now taken over as the under 17 boys coach. And with him, Denzel Theobald, the Trinidad and Tobago midfielder who played all three games at the 2006 World Cup for Trinidad and Tobago. A couple of substitutions coming up here for the St. Madeleine strikers. Alain is one of them, and also coming on here is the number 13 for the St. Madeleine strikers. There he is, heading on at the moment to make his debut, to play his part in the match. Trying to find an opening here. Just hustled out of it, just taking too much time. And they were able to shut the door on them. Unfortunately, we weren't given the name of the player with 13 on his back. So we'll try to find out that for you as the game progresses. But I do understand that the youngster did, in fact, arrive just a little bit late for the match. So that would explain why he's now coming on. That's a foul throw by the St. Madeleine Strikers team. Referee Adrian Coilas there, certainly in charge of things and letting the youngster know that wasn't the correct technique. They've kindly given it back here, Union Hall, to Charles. Edwards there has tried to make an impact since he's come on. A few barnstorming runs down the left-hand side, but not much else to go with it. That's kept in play nicely by Union Hall. Too far over the head of Nicholas. Might still get in here. That's a lovely bit of work there by Davis. Looking for Nicholas again. Nicholas just making it too easy for the defenders. He's actually playing just behind the defenders. Certainly not making that diagonal run that would have allowed Davis to pick him out. Edwards again trying to make some room down the left-hand side, but unfortunately for him, caught in an offside position. They do try to play on the counter, the St. Madeleine Strikers, as would be the tactics you would expect from them against this powerful Union Hall team. But when they do get up there, the front three move forward very quickly. Now, they have been outmatched by the much bigger defenders of this Union Hall squad. Davis again, looking to hit that one left-footed off the defender. Two more defenders, two more players for Union Hall coming on. Here's Mitchell with the ball forward, and that's kicked away unceremoniously. Well, trying the shot from distance, but very, very difficult to beat the statue of Smith from there. Yeah, the two players coming on. Defoe, the number 15. And the number 13 for the Union Hall team. Again, we haven't been given the number 13. This game starting a little bit late, and some of the players coming in a little bit late, so one or two of them were not quite here when the team sheets were handed to us. Smith certainly was. He was here very early. And difficult to miss. Oh, that's lovely skill. And has gone down. Well, he's been watching a lot of international football, hasn't he? Won that free kick quite well. Referee Coilas likes to use the verbal commands to take charge of the game. Certainly a lot easier games that he's had this week here with this South Zone Under 15 finals. So can St. Madeleine Strikers pull one back here in minute 55. Free kick from a dangerous position. Hits the wall. They still have possession here. And unfortunately, they've squandered the chance. So here goes St. Madeleine again, looking for something out of this game. Certainly, they'd love to see at least a goal on the score sheet before this game ends. But now they're facing some pressure here from Union Hall, bursting forward with numbers. Here's Davis. Davis again, the little left footer gets past the defender, gets behind for once. Can he get the right cross in? Well, he went for glory there, Davis. There were three players, make that four players queuing up inside the box. Davis went for the top angle and missed it. Yeah, there were better options in the middle there for the young left winger, but That's another part of the learning curve for him. And Dexter Cyrus, their coach, the former national player here for Trinidad and Tobago, was having some animated words with his team during the halftime break, encouraging them to make up their minds and make better decisions. And certainly one who made very good decisions around the box, Dexter Cyrus. Beef a trick in an international game for Trinidad and Tobago. Outstanding player he was. A little bit lucky not to play more internationals for TNT in an era where the likes of Dwight York and Russell Latapy would have ruled the roost. Well, that's a lovely bit of play to get that ball away from the defender, but then just given straight back to him. Better side of the field, and here are the St. Madeleine team, full of running. Edwards just giving it away at the last moment there. Here's Balfour. Starting to tire now, the St. Madeleine strikers. Space is opening up here. Cyrus trying to get through the middle, and unfortunately for him, just slipping at the crucial moment. Saw what he was trying to do there, get in between the two defenders. What's the call here? It's gone against the Union Hall team. Union Hall in the orange and blue outfits up against the St. Madeleine strikers. You can tell that the framers of their uniform, Chelsea fans. Edwards off on another run, but he has been handled very well by the right back for the Union Hall team. Has been given a fairly torrid time here by Edwards, but has come back and is getting a little bit of his own against the left winger for the St. Madeleine strikers team. There will be a couple of changes to be made, and there is one of the changes. Another young player, unfortunately, we weren't given his number, but he's going to be coming on here at this time for St. Madeleine strikers. And a change here also for Union Hall. Pereira is the man coming on, number 64. Pereira slotted into the midfield position, and he's starting off very high, maybe even a forward position there, but I think he'll have to do a bit more defensive work as Union Hall looking for the third goal to kill off this game. 21 minutes to go here in this one, and Union Hall certainly in charge of it. I'm sure that their coaches would love them to just hold on to possession as much as possible. Keep the ball up in the St. Madeleine strikers' half and just play out the time and hit when they can. There will be a chance here, I think. That comes through to Davis. Well, Allen was very, very cool with that. Did very well to get that one away, but it's given the opportunity back for Union Hall with a lot of players up here. So unfortunately, they couldn't find an opening down the right-hand side. Might have the opportunity now. Looking to get that one through the middle. think that they needed to be a bit more physical here, the St. Madeleine Strikers team. Like that. Let them know you're around. Charles there winning the free kick at the expense of Davis. Looked like shoulder to shoulder to be there, but free kick has gone the other way. That's the eastern stand of the Manny Ramjohn Stadium here. Manny Ramjohn, the former Naparima College student, went on to become the first Trinidad and Tobago man to win a gold medal, or of any gender, I should say. First Trinidad and Tobago person to win a gold medal at an international meet back in 1946. Finished first in the middle distance races, 3,000 meters if I remember correctly. 5,000, correction. And won the gold medal and in Barranquilla, Colombia. And his name ending up on the stadium here. Happened after he had already passed away, but certainly it was a very proud moment for his family and his wife who survived him when she came here in 2001 to see his name up on the stadium. And a great tribute to the man, Manny Ramjohn, former scout himself. Served his country well. Skipping through, headed back. Oh, that should have been the third goal. Well, he had all the time in the world to bury that one from inside of the box. And unfortunately, fired over bar. And I think that young Ellis would have been very, very happy. The young keeper would have been very happy to see that one pass over his bar. Here's Edwards again. For company, he has young Paris next to him. There's Paris. And Edwards gets a foot on it. Oh, that was a good pass, but the youngster up in front couldn't do much with it. St. Madeleine come a-calling. They have some space here. Played into the center. Oh, he almost picked out Paris. Well, Paris, unfortunately, unable to get. And then the long shot at goal. The shot from distance travels wide. Back here again, the residential area. This is Gopal Lands. Some of the lovely houses here at Gopal Lands. And one of the lovely residential areas here in the Marabella area. Of course, across the highway is Gasparillo, and just a stone's throw away from the Manny Ramjohn Stadium across the highway, the Brian Lara Stadium. The cricket venue, which will be hosting some CPL matches coming up between the 5th and the 10th of September. Knight Riders will be playing 4 matches at home. And their first match against St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots washed out yesterday in St. Lucia. Meantime, a chance here! And that's fired over bar. Well, young Cyrus there just getting a little hop at the end. Was that Cyrus? And that's not Cyrus, in fact. That's one of the new players to come on. Just got a little hop as the ball got to the ball. Just couldn't keep his shot down. This one's played into the area again. Union Hall, they are looking around, looking for the opening. Massed in defense now, the St. Madeleine Strikers. This might come true for Davis. Does get it, Davis. Oh, he can't score. That's a deflection that will earn a corner here for the Union Hall team. When is this third goal going to come here for Union Hall? Good defensive work. They were back in numbers there, the St. Madeleine strikers. All hands to the pump. And they were able to thwart them. As young Travis Rojas in charge of the match for today. Here's the corner come again. Chance here for the Union Hall team. They can still get an opportunity. That's fired. Oh, that's into the back of the net. There is the third goal coming in the 67th minute. And I believe that is, in fact, Cyrus to get it. A wonderful shot that flies past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. So 3-0 to Union Hall. And Cyrus was the man who had the second. There he is. Nice little turn. And that one swerving in the air and past the goalkeeper, who probably, truthfully, should have done a little bit better. Second goal for Cyrus, and I'm sure that Dad and coach of the Union Hall team would be pleased from what he's seen from his son here. A chip off the old block, you might be saying. So real mountain to climb here for the St. Madeleine strikers. 2-0 down after the first half. Now 3-0 down after the 67th minute. And it's going to be a tall order for them to get anything out of this game now with 13 minutes to go here. They have had chances, but Union Hall have just been too strong. And they could be in for some more problems here. Davis is looking for this one. Davis was waiting for all he's worth. Here's a shot coming in, and the keeper does well to make the stop. Not the most powerful of blows ever struck at goal. That will drift out of play. Foul throw, I believe, called. So it will be the throw back to the St. Madeleine strikers team in all blue. In fact, it is a free kick has been awarded. As you can see from the vehicles in your picture, a lot of parents here for this game. And I'm sure that the parents of the Union Hall team would have enjoyed what they've seen so far. St. Madeleine strikers team, they've been good individual performances, but I think there was always going to be an uphill task for them against this more physical and more physically demanding team. That's Union Hall. Davis, misplayed pass in the mud. Oh, the nutmeg there by Paris. Boy, he's enjoying himself. There's some end product to this move here for the St. Madeleine strikers team. Dispossessed. The defender comes away with it. Not a place to run with the ball with this heavy side of the field. Davis has had the brunt of it. And that was cleared unceremoniously out. There's a concrete, small concrete wall there. That's why the ball would have come bouncing back with interest. Paris again, trying to run his way out of trouble. He has given it up in a rather dangerous position here. Union Hall. Here's Balfour. Trying to knock that one through for Cyrus. But Cyrus unable to rope that one in. Bigger challenges. Dexter Cyrus, just to the left of your picture in the blue outfit. Former national player. Has worked with St. Benedict's College and a few other teams during his time. Also at the Pro League level. Last 10 minutes of the game now. This one 14 minutes aside here for this under 15 finals. Hope you've enjoyed the action so far on Tiger Sports TV. Vidya Ramphal alongside producer Jason Passard here. And they're looking for the fourth goal. Unfortunately for Balfour, unable to find the net. Play has been called back. Might have been in an offside position there. Campbell that time, not Balfour. They've been in defense for so long here, the St. Madeleine Strikers team, that when they do get the ball, they have to run the entire 50 meters down to the other end, at least to get a chance at goal. Trying to burst through the middle there, Paris. This side of the field, you really have to get the ball out from under your feet as quickly as possible, and that's one landed into the net. There's the goal back for St. Madeleine Strikers. 72nd minute, and finally a goal for the St. Madeleine Strikers team. And I think that has come off the boot of their prolific striker, Williams, chipping one in. That was maybe a shot that across that turned into a pretty good shot. And that beat the keeper all ends up. Even Smith, with his 6'2" frame, was not able to get around that. So 3-1 now, and Williams pulling one back. Well, is there a sting in the tail here for the St. Madeleine Strikers? Can they get something back from this? Davis trying to get past his man. He does. Gets the cross in. Into the center. Cyrus looking for a hat-trick here. Davis gets the ball back. Can he get the cross in? And the keeper is there at the near post to make the stop. Well controlled there by Jonathan. Now back to Cyrus. Cyrus offloads the ball. Cyrus waiting in the middle here. Almost got it on the end of that. Here's young Paris. Tackled out of it, and it'll come the other way here for the Union Hall team. They were looking for Davis, but Davis well marked. He's trying to do too much there. Cyrus gets that one square, and some more work to do here for the St. Madeleine team. They finally get it clear. Ellis. Ellis again. He has been good at the back of the defense, made some timely stops. Actually, the scoreline could have been a bit worse here for the St. Madeleine Strikers team had it not been for the likes of Ellis. Alain and company have done well. Here's the shot, and into the off the post. Almost crawling into the net there. That could have been number 4. Very, very close once again to the 3-goal cushion for the Union Hall team. That one in clattering into the bottom of the post. The keeper beaten all ends up. Showed too much of it to the defender, who just gleefully skips in between the player and the ball and gets going. Here's Davis now with some room to move. Gets the pass back, and here's Davis again. Cyrus linking up the play very well. Looking for the shot off the body of the defender. That was hit well by Balfour. Now here's Edwards trying to run it clear. Just pushed that one too far ahead of him. Here's the shot, and that's wide. Not a bad attempt there on the run. Looking to spank that one into the corner, but just too far off the upright. Hasn't been the windiest of days, as you can tell from the trees just behind. So it is fairly hot here. The threat of rain to come later on today. Fair amount of blue skies still here in South Trinidad, but in the north, a lot of rain predicted. Davis trying his luck from distance, and the angle certainly was against him. Just a couple more minutes separates Union Hall from the title here. South Zone under 15 winners will be crowned in a couple of minutes, and it looks like it will be going with Union Hall. The home team, really. St. Madeleine Strikers are listed as the home team, but the Union Hall players certainly from just up the road. Let's give it away. Certainly looking a tired bunch now, the St. Madeleine Strikers team. And Union Hall, 3 wins and 2 draws so far for the season. No losses, and it appears that it will be win number 4 for them. Way. Good bit of defensive work to get that clear. Here's Cyrus. That's careless, really carelessly, just giving it back from a promising position there, just giving it back to the St. Madeleine Strikers team. Now they come the other way. Can they get a goal out of this? One-time pass is too close to the defender. Keeper comes for it. The shot is saved. That's good work by the keeper. Just closing down the angle, and a second bit of play. 2 saves on the row there for the St. Madeleine Strikers goalkeeper. Has pulled off some good ones in this game. Here's Cyrus looking for a repeat of the earlier goal, and he's trashed that just wide. Well, he went for placement this time. The first one was all power. This one looking for the near post, and just wide of the mark. He's on a hat-trick, Cyrus. So Cyrus opening the scoring in the 4th minute. Struck another one in the 67th. That's after Nicholas getting a nice volley at the near post to score. Williams scoring the goal for St. Madeleine Strikers to pull it back to 3-1. That'll go out of play. Dexter Cyrus knows that his team is just seconds away from victory. Was that a foul throw? Referee has spotted something here. So the 80 minutes are now up. Has to go all the way back to his defender. Knocked forward here by Ellis. There it is. That's the end of it. Adrian Coilas has seen enough. And it's victory for Union Hall. They've defeated St. Madeleine Strikers by 3-1. A double by Cyrus, a single goal by Nicholas, and a consolation item from Williams. That's all she wrote here in this one at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium Athletic Field. So that's a victory for Union Hall. They are now the South Zone Under 15 champions. Bigger battles to for them to face in the future. They'll have to face up with the winners of the different zones as they head up to hopefully what is for them will be the national championship. Certainly hope you have enjoyed this presentation on Tiger Sports TV. I'm Vidya Ramphal for the crew here at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium playing field. Leave you with the image that Union Hall have beaten St. Madeleine Strikers 3-1 in the South Zone Under 15 finals. Thanks for joining us.